Let's talk about your expectations for the polls. Obviously, the parliamentary elections have been applauded generally, even though they were not perfect. But there's a sense that this is probably a much tougher task for INEC to deal with. A lot more people are expected to turn out and so forth. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts were, what happened last Saturday was a relief for all of us. A relief in the sense that the week before that, there was the disappointment. The elections did not hold. And there were all kinds of bad thoughts in the air. So what happened last Saturday, like you pointed out, wasn't a perfect election, but it was a relief for everybody, and it was generally credible. I mean, there were pockets of problems here and there, but on the whole, it was a good election. My expectations for this week, I think INEC has shown that it's learning by the day. So I expect the elections of this Saturday to be an improvement of the parliamentary one of last week. Having said that, yes, the turnout is expected to be more, but I'm not sure it's going to be that much more.
So it's not necessarily a bigger logistical challenge in your view?
I even think it is less, because last week we voted for 2 candidates, so 2 papers, 2 thumbprints, and all that. But this week is going to be just 1. And I think INEC must have learned how to transport the materials to the different places in good time.
Well, we'll wait and see. But of course, the whole world is looking at these elections. I mean, perhaps even just for the oil price, because Nigeria being the 6th largest exporter from OPEC, anything that happens here has a strong bearing on the oil price. With the Niger Delta situation being fairly calm over the last 18 months, how critical are these elections in the context of peace in the Niger Delta and, of course, Nigeria's oil production?
Oh, huge. To me, it's like the country has been in a state of probation. The prices, every investment decision to do with us has been dependent. Let's wait and see how the elections go. So to the extent that some confidence is being built into it, and confidence is what you need to bring in investment and to sustain what you already have. So, and the Niger Delta situation has no doubt not been helped by bad governance. And I hold the view that the bad governance we've been having for several years has been because the elections have not been credible. When the elections are not good, you are the people you get who assume power do not owe the electorate anything. But now I think even the politician is beginning to see that, look, if I want to get re-elected, I need to please the people. I'm not sure that has always been the case.
Let's touch the West African region and, of course, Nigeria's importance there. Obviously, the biggest economy, and some are pointing to Ghana as being a threat to Nigeria, more so because of the political stability we see there. What are the lessons you think we can learn from Ghana, and do you really think that Ghana is a threat to Nigeria in the region?
Ghana is not a threat, because comparatively, you can't compare it in size, you can't compare it in terms of endowment with natural resources, you can't compare it in terms of endowment with human resources. It's a much smaller place. What Ghana's attraction in the past few years has been a show of frustration of the business community with the Nigerian situation. So I think it's been a message to us that, look, the country next door, which has less in every circumstance, we would rather go there because it is a stable place. So the stability factor is key to any investment decision. And people talk about infrastructure, people say no electricity and all that, but most businessmen can factor that in, they can control that. I mean, they know that if they are coming here, they need their alternative power and all that. But an unstable climate, nobody wants to touch them.